NXT Battleground is gone and in the past. What happened? Who won? How was the show in general? Well, you're obviously here to find out, so let me indulge you. The show opened with the Women's North American Championship ladder match, and it was a banger. The match opened up a bit slow, but it really picked up as the match went along. I think everyone had a great chance to show what they got and really had their moment to shine. Now, throughout the match, it really felt like they were pushing for Lash Legend to win, but no, it wasn't her, it was Kelani Jordynne who ended up holding the strap at the end. I think this was a great decision. She totally deserved it, and she has been putting in all the work over the past year to get to this moment. I think she's going to be a great first ever champion, and I'm expecting them to push this feud that she's having with Fallon Henley as the first feud for this championship. I think it's going to be great, and I'm really excited for what's going to happen with this championship further, because everything to thus far, the build up to the first ever champion, has been fantastic. We followed this matchup with the Tag Team Championship match between Axiom and Nathan Frazier, the defending champions, and the Good Brothers, representing the OC. Now, this match was really solid. I really enjoyed it. Axiom and Nathan Frazier, they felt like superheroes going out there in the ring, flying around and wrestling. But I guess that's what should be expected with them, right? Their whole gimmick is that they are superheroes. I am a bit disappointed with the result, though. I think the Good Brothers should have won, which obviously they did not. I think with them reuniting with AJ Styles now on the main roster, there's a lot of momentum going behind them being associated with AJ Styles. And I think if they won those belts, they could have had a Dominic Mysterio-esque run with the titles here in NXT and on the main roster. Since this tag division really needs something fresh, and I think that could have given it to them. Now, I don't hate Axiom or Nathan Frazier. I think they're amazing. They're one of my favorite tag teams in the world right now. But I don't think they can bring to this tag team division what it needs right now. Lola Vice and Shayna Baszler fought in an NXT Underground match. This was by far the best NXT Underground match that I've seen yet. Out of everything we've gotten, this was the best. I think they did an amazing job mixing the sports, entertainment, and professional wrestling element of this match with the MMA element, which is really hard to do. They have failed with this a lot, even at last year's SummerSlam. But I think right now, this was amazing. Lola Vice won the match after hitting a fury of strikes to Shayna Baszler's head, and the referee stopped the match. I really liked this ending. It kept Shayna Baszler strong, while also pushing Lola Vice further. It made sure she looks strong in victory, and she gets pushed further, even though she didn't win by pinfall or submission. I think they need to bring the NXT Underground matchup back to the main roster. It is far evolved from its past dark, raw underground days, and I think if it is on the main roster now, it can make someone like Braun Breaker or Chad Gable look incredibly strong, and I think it is time to utilize it on the main roster again, or at least just give it a try. Up next was my most anticipated match of the night. It was the North American Championship Triple Threat match. And I'll tell you, it did not disappoint me at all. It was by far the best match of the night. You need to give all three men credit for this match because they put their all out there. Obafemi retained, and man, he's just the GOAT. He's slowly becoming one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, really up there with Seth Rollins and Jeff Hardy. If we're talking about generational prospects, not generational stars, generational prospects, I think Obafemi is definitely someone that can be considered there. Now, we need to discuss Wesley real quick. We all know Ricochet is about to leave WWE. He already got written off on Monday Night Raw. I think it is time to send Wesley up to the main roster because he can fill that spot. He offers a lot of the same stuff that Ricochet offers you, just with a bit better mic skills and a lot more charisma. I think he can fill that gap pretty easily, and he doesn't really have anything left to prove in NXT. He's been a tag team champ, he's the longest reigning North American champ, arguably the greatest ever North American champion, and I think if we send him to the main roster, it's going to be his chance to shine. Now, it might not happen because rumors are the Rascals are going to unite on NXT with this TNA and NXT alliance, but maybe, just maybe, it is time to give Wesley that main roster push. Now, I'm going to pair the two World Championship matches together because they felt very much the same to me. They were good matches, very good matches, do not get me wrong, but I personally did not enjoy them. I sat there the whole time waiting for them to hit another gear or for something to happen, which just didn't happen. I think these matches should have been much more overbooked, especially consider the storylines and the hype behind these matches. The women's match did get a bit interference stuff, but that wasn't enough. Ash by Elegance didn't get any reaction, and the Tatum Paxley stuff was so short that you barely had a chance to feel the impact of it in the match. Now, I understand why someone might have enjoyed it, but I personally did not enjoy it. It's looking like Tatum Paxley might go to TNA and challenge for the Knockouts Championship there, but I don't want to see it. Tatum Paxley has been one of my favorite things on NXT ever since she started pairing with Lyra Valkyria, and I don't want to see her go to another show. I think we need to keep pushing her here on NXT. Before we end this video, throughout the show we got the announcement that Cody Rhodes will be returning to NXT next week. He's probably not going to compete. Well, he's obviously not going to compete. But my theory is he's going to announce the Women's Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classics, with the winners receiving the returning NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. Why I think this? I think everything that's happened with the NXT Women's North American Championship has been exciting. The build-up to it has gotten so many good responses. And since this women's division is so talented, I think they might try and get a belt in every section of the women's division. From the main event scene, to the mid-card division, to even the tag team division. I think it would be a good test to see if they can do it on the main roster too. Now, as always, at the end of these shows, I give the show a rating. And for my first ever pay-per-view rating on this channel, I will give this show a solid 8 out of 10. If you paid for this pay-per-view and you sat down and watched it, you will not have any regrets. Everything was good. A few complaints from my end, but that does not affect how good the show was. Just nitpicking from a fan. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm here every week. I'm going to try and be here multiple times a week from now on. So if you would like that, support my channel. And thank you for watching the video. Leave a like. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you.